Hey, what is up, people? Skywalker Hendrix here, back with another video for you guys today. And today, very anticipated video for me. This is the Hot Toys Deadpool from Deadpool and Wolverine. Now, this figure is a little bit of a new type deal for Hot Toys. They decided to release a single batch of, I think, around 800 figures at various Comic-Cons over the past few weeks, and yeah, just a cool way to kind of build hype for the film and the figure. Getting a figure out in hand. I mean, I had this figure in hand while Deadpool was coming out in the theaters. Like the first week it was, coming out in theaters. So that was just very cool, and I just love that. It takes me back to being a kid of, you go see the new movie and you go and get your action figures based on that movie. Like, it just, something about it just adds that extra bit of hype, and yeah, it's just a cool thing, and I hope Hot Toys does it more often. But I was able to get my hands on this figure thanks to Pop Collectables. Pop Collectables is the place to go for early Hot Toys releases, and they are just the GOAT. You might have to pay a little bit more to get them early, but in my opinion, I think it is well worth it, especially for me. And yeah, it is just, I just love Pop Collectables, so shout out to Pop Collectables. I will have a link in the description. Getting the slip cover off, you do see a very nice display of the figure and all of its accessories. We're gonna keep that in because screw it. You get a nice view of all of the accessories with this figure, and it just looks absolutely amazing. Let's get this guy out of the package. All right, and getting this figure laid out in the tray, tons of accessories, and this is no exception to any of the Deadpool figures in the Hot Toys line. Now, I do not own any of those previous figures personally, but I do know that they always have been pretty good at coming jam-packed with tons of accessories, which, I mean, it's Deadpool. You know what you're gonna get with this character. He always has, his little sidekicks or his little things that he has with him. And yeah, like I said, this is no exception. So we do get a nice tray with all of his weapons, and then we do get Dogpool, of course. I'm sure everyone by now has seen this movie. I've seen it myself 5 times, and Dogpool was essential. Now, something that I didn't think, was super essential, but very happy that they threw it in, was Headpool, and yeah, that looks very nice as well. We'll take a closer look at those guys in a second here. But of course, he does come with his weapon array as well. And like I said, if you've seen the movie, you know that these gold 50 caliber Desert Eagles are a kind of a joke in the movie. He's trying to get them off Nice Pool the whole movie, and he finally does by getting Nice Pool killed. And but he gets his gold-plated Desert Eagles, and yeah, super happy that I was able to get the special edition, which does come with those. The regular release will not have the gold pistols, but I think that's fine, and you do get the regular, Desert Eagles as well, along with his katanas. Very nice. And Baby Knife. If you know, Baby Knife made a few appearances in the film. And yeah, some nice effects pieces for Headpool. Setting that off to the side. Another tray that we do get is Baby Deadpool, and this guy looks just so fun. And Baby Deadpool does come with his own swap out eyepieces and some little baby bottles that are able to go in his little holsters here. And this guy is just adorable and gonna be fun to just throw on the shelf. He actually does have a little bit of articulation, as you can, make him sit down, things like that. But yeah, very nicely detailed, pretty simple, but a very cool character type accessory. And taking a closer look at Dogpool here, I know Hot Toys has never been like real great at like animal accessories, I guess you could say. And this is nice, but it definitely, it's an accessory. You don't really want all of the, well, I suppose some of those crazy details on this, just it's funny, but the paint isn't gonna be like on an actual Hot Toy figure level, so which I don't think it really needs to be in the anyway. So taking a closer look at Deadpool here, his mouth does articulate, which is very nice, and at first I almost thought those were moving eyes, but they are not. But still very cool, and they look like set in there, which is very nice. And the detail is there on this. Like, it is a very, very nicely detailed accessory. All right, and first impressions on Deadpool himself. Looking fantastic. I mean, the proportions, the new suit, and just everything about this figure has been upgraded from those previous releases, and I think it just comes across absolutely beautiful here. We'll take a closer look at the figure, of course, but showing some more accessories, he does come with a stand underneath there, some swap out eyepieces, which are very nice, the baby Deadpool carrying harness, and then a bunch of different hands here, which, yeah, definitely you get your, your heart hands, all the hands you would need for Deadpool. All right, and getting this guy out of the package, all his weapons in their holsters, everything attached to him, he looks absolutely amazing. And just messing around with this guy a little bit, I can tell this figure is maximum effort. I mean, they really took this figure to the next level. Hot Toys really could have, modified the previous two figures that they released to make it more accurate to this film, but they decided to make a brand new figure head to toe, which I am super grateful for, as I needed a Deadpool in my Hot Toys collection. Now, if you know me on the channel, I do not collect Marvel Hot Toys. I have one custom Marvel Hot Toy, which I'll show you guys in a little bit here, but I pretty much stick to Star Wars as far as the collecting goes, but Deadpool is just a character I hold near and dear to my heart, as it was my dad's favorite movie, and yeah, I just love this character. Me and my dad bonded over this character and watching these movies, and yeah, I had to get this figure, and hence why I've seen the movie 5 times. It is one of my favorite movies. It is not a perfect movie. It doesn't have maybe the best story, but for me personally, I think the emotional beats really hit home for me, and it is just the most fun I've ever had in the movie theater in a long time. So for me, it is probably a top 5, top 10 movie of all time, in my opinion. And yeah, I think it is getting all the love that it deserves, breaking that $1 billion threshold and everything like that. I'm just super happy, and oh my gosh, I cannot wait for the Wolverine. That is going to be, these two Marvel figures are my 2 exceptions for my Hot Toys collection. Other than that, I have to keep it Star Wars. But Deadpool, Wolverine, and then my custom Hot Toy, you guys will see shortly. Alright, and just bringing him in for a comparison, I kind of was not expecting Deadpool to be that tall. He is a very tall character, which makes sense, as Ryan Reynolds is 6'2", I believe, and Toby is probably around 6 foot. Honestly, it's a little jarring at first, but I think it works for the most part, and getting Deadpool in a dynamic display, I don't think it will hurt at all to display these guys together. And this display is once we add the Wolverine from Deadpool and Wolverine to this display, this is my Marvel Trinity. These characters, especially, you know, Spider-Man, Wolverine, and then Deadpool, just me and my dad used to go back and watch those old superhero movies, and that's why Deadpool and Wolverine just meant a lot to me, because I remember going to see X-Men Origins Wolverine with my dad in the theater, things like that. Going to see Spider-Man 3 in the theaters with my dad. It just core memories, and having that as like a little, you know, my little Marvel display for my Hot Toys. And for anyone wondering, that was a custom Tobey Maguire Hot Toys figure. It is the, you know, stock Hot Toys figure, but customized, obviously. And it is customized by 6th Hero on Instagram. Amazing Hot Toys customizer. I have his Bespin Luke as well, and of course the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. And he did tease a Deadpool, battle damaged Deadpool, and that thing looked so good, so I may have to send him this figure so he can battle damage it up for me, because I just loved how the suit looked at the end. You love some good battle damage, and you understand, you know, a lot of people wish Hot Toys would do that a bit more, but they have to keep the integrity of the suit, you know, the longevity over time. So when you start tearing up a suit, it can, you know, mess with the longevity of that suit if you're going to be posing it and stuff like that. That Spider-Man I can't pose, which I'm fine with, but you can't pose it because that suit is going to end up falling apart, just with the different battle damage aspects of it. But obviously, I think this looks absolutely amazing, and it does have some slight weathering, as you can see, as it is, so I think it comes across very nice, and this figure is just beautiful in my opinion. An absolute work of art, and yeah, I'm just super happy to have it in my collection. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Stay tuned for more Hot Toys reviews. I do have Scorch sitting right next to me, the Hot Toys Scorch, of course, and yeah, that figure looks amazing as well. So we'll definitely get back to the Star Wars collectible reviews. I do have SH Figuarts Ahsoka as well. I did review the Mafex Ahsoka, so that is up on the channel if you're interested in that. And I am going to be reviewing the Hot Toys Episode 2 Anakin finally, that figure. And part of, yeah, we're getting back to the reviews, guys. I've just got moved into my new apartment. That has been going good, but I'm struggling to find display, you know, space for displays for these figures that I'm reviewing. I mean, even this is going to be standing on my kitchen table for a little bit until I can get some more glass cabinets for some of my Hot Toys, because yeah, I have a lot, so it's hard finding space for these figures. And yeah, so anyway, guys, I hope everyone enjoyed. Shout out to all my channel members, y'all are some G's. Shout out to everyone that watches my videos, y'all are amazing. I appreciate each and every one of you, even if you just watch the video. You know, I don't really care about, you know, that's why I never say like subscribe or anything at the end of the videos. Like, I don't care, I make these videos for fun. If you feel inclined to subscribe, you will. If you feel inclined to like my video, you will. But I appreciate you even just watching. So shout out to all you guys, I love you. As always, may the Force be with you. Ayy.